So this is how you can create a gravitational jump in your game lab. So I have used a robot as the game character, and I have created different sprites which I have placed together such that it becomes a staircase. And I have used both the right and left profile of the sprite because I want it to be facing in that particular direction when I move the sprite towards left or right using the arrow keys. So I have used the left and right key down, uh, which would either decrease or increase the exposition of the sprite by 5 every time I press the left or right arrow key. Then to add a gravity to the player, what I've done is I have assigned a velocity y to the player 5. So plus 5 is nothing but the downward facing direction, because as we go down, the y value would increment. So if my player crosses this step, then it automatically falls down. I don't have to press a key to make it fall down because naturally the player has velocity y as 5. Every time it will, every time it doesn't have a ground beneath or underneath, then it's gonna fall down and with the velocity of 5. So let's look at this condition where I've created a code for the player to jump. So these are the logic blocks. Let me minimize the toolbox so that you can see all the conditions mentioned here. So only if these conditions are true, then the player velocity can be decreased by 50 every time the spacebar key goes down. So if I hold a spacebar key as more than once, even if I hold it for longer time, it's gonna make it jump only once. So this is how it jumps. Even if I hold it, it can jump only once because I've used key went down. And the y velocity is minus 50. And that's why it is going upwards. Now, even if I press the key, spacebar key, once the character sprite comes down because of the gravitational force which I have created using this velocity y block. So natural velocity is positive 5 and the assigned jumping velocity is minus 50, right? And so this is how your sprite can jump every time I press a spacebar key and it can move forward. Now I have created this additional condition here. I want it to jump only when there is a staircase which is going upwards. So here on the plane surface, when there is no staircase to move upward, my player cannot jump even if I press the spacebar key because of this condition. You can modify these condition as per your uh, understanding or as per your demand or need. For now, it will check whether the difference between the heights of the player and that of the staircase is less than 100 or not. And if the difference of these two sprites is less than 100, then only your sprite can jump. On the plane surface, this value does not satisfy, this condition does not satisfy, and hence it cannot jump. And I have used these or condition or logic blocks because it could be any of these grounds, it could be any of these stairs. So this is how you can develop your conditions, bring more complexity to your code, and make your characters jump up and down and make it look more realistic. So if you change these numbers, the y velocities, you can also change the jumps.